Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart spaces at this time, okay? Whew. How is everybody doing today? Today is May 15th. Happy Thursday. One more day till Friday. Anyways, I am going to just jump right into it, but I do want to say that today the sun moved in front of a star called Algo. This star a long time ago was called like the devil's head, or well, basically this it just gave like bad spiritual vibes, right? So right now the sun is actually snuffing out its signal. Sorry, I can't speak today again. Rebuke and cancel. This card flipped. I can't make it up. The sun, well-being. It was for our well-being. Anyways, the sun is actually like sniffing out this this star. Well, this star kind of brings on dark times, especially for people who are very spiritual. If you've been feeling isolated or not heard in the last few years, like the world wasn't ready for you, or whatever you had to say, you had about 20 people trying to put you down, or the naysayers, or what I call them, haterations, the haters. You haven't feel seen or heard. Maybe you put out job applications and nobody would call you back. It was because it's called spiritual, it was like a spiritual, I don't want to say entrapment, but it was like in an isolation. So basically, if you were in your, let's say like your, technically it would be your south node, I guess, in tarot, but if you are in your karmic energy, then you would prosper during that time. If you are not in your karmic energy and you are on your, let's say, north node, that's what they call it in tarot, like being on your path, your spiritual path, or, you know, your soul's purpose, then you felt isolated, blocked. So last night I could not sleep and I was so excited, and I was like, why am I excited? Like, it's just going to be Thursday tomorrow, right? So I looked it up and that's what it was. The sun is now, it's, you know, it's almost like the dark ages are over, especially for the ones that in the last few years you've just been struggling and nobody's paying attention. But here's the kicker. Now that the sun is moving in front of the star, darkness comes to light, right? So the things that, let's say if you were that person, some people might want to call themselves the chosen ones, whatever name you want to give yourself, star seeds, whatever. If you have been that person, like today or tomorrow, the energy, you know, always shifts and changes, and it also depends on where you're at on your path or journey. But all of a sudden, people from your past are going to want to just start hitting you up. So be careful of that. Protect your energy. Definitely protect your energy at this time. And in the next few days, like I want to say in the next 3 to 4 days also. So you might hear your name everywhere you go all of a sudden. If you like, basically if you're, let's say you have like you knew you were supposed to write a book or something. Well, that's going to get louder and more intense until you actually do it. It's not going to go away. When you think about like why you were being isolated during that time and people were overlooking you, think of it like this. You were being aligned, and it's almost like everything is kind of written in the stars, and now it's basically what I'm getting is it's time. So it's your time. It's your time to shine. So there is going to be a big, huge energy shift. I've already kind of felt it, so I've been kind of fumbling around today. I know when I walked outside, there was a huge beetle. It was like this big. I've never seen a black beetle that big. I live in, you know, in the mitten, and I've never seen bugs that big before, you know. So good fortune, good luck. You were being protected during that time. So remember, God's rejection is God's protection. If the dark ones were, let's say, I don't want to say dark ones, but let's say because of that star was shining in the last few years and it wasn't blocked, it was sending a signal to like Earth. A lot of people in their karmic energies rose during that time. So it might have made you feel left behind. Like the world was moving, but you weren't invited. So now that the sun is now blocking that signal, we're going into the age of the light, the light ages now, the age of Aquarius pretty soon. So like I said, when we move into a new era or age, remember, something drastic and significant has to happen for the entire world to change. Remember the Ice Age and all the other times when we moved into an age. So something will significantly mark that point. It hasn't happened yet. But we are definitely climaxing and transitioning into that phase, So it's time. Start the time. You're gonna also be speaking more. I have one little birdie, just one today. I'm not the bird lady. Pay attention to your finances. You are being pocket watched at this time. I had one little bird trying to wake up a bunch of other birds. So what I got out of that was, and none of the birds were listening. So it's just him or her. It's time to start singing. What is your truth? Sing it, say it, because now the world will be ready for you. How about that? Something to think about. Give us some more cards. What do we need to know for today? Tulip, great passion. And caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Caterpillars turn into beautiful butterflies. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Do you feel a lack? That will change. Ooh. Basket, recognition and reward for merit. So your rewards are coming on, they are coming. Again, dealings in relationship with a woman. And rainbow, the most difficult part of your situation is over. You did it. Congratulations. And also we have tree, family affairs. So this might go back to something in your ancestral or your family tree, but we're going to move along. We are going to move along today. So maybe we'll get out of our funk. A fiery climax is approaching and it's time to release negative energy. So definitely let go because a change is coming. I love it. Maybe our blockages will be removed now. We'll be able to start moving forward, For some of us that's been sitting stagnant and still, I feel like I have in the last probably 3 or 4 years, just every day has been Groundhog's Day. It's like, oh my gosh, surrender. It's time to surrender. You're being asked to let go of your need to control each and every part of your life. So surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion. It is exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. When you let go, you find peace. So we like that. But the good news about that is basically what we were learning in the last few years is that you can have peace without fighting for it, right? I mean, that has been a lesson of mine, trying to find peace within the storm without trying to fight for it, in a sense. All right, that one just kind of spilled or flipped out. It's a mountain goat. There's something out of balance in your life, so do whatever you need to do to correct it. All right, well, we need to correct that. You know what? Let's do what we did yesterday. I like that. Let's get rid of something today. Let's cut something out. The star is cutting something out, snuffing out the dark energy signal, and shining light on everyone actually today. All right, we got one. Here it is. All right. Remember, write it down, speak it out loud, but whatever you do, this is for you, okay? All fear of judgment by others is cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All fear of judgment by others is now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. This is a good one. All fear of judgment by others is now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. Yay, I like that. That totally aligns for today, especially if you've been feeling judged. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go today. Let's get a couple cards. Let's just start it off. What we got here? Ooh. Somebody might have lied to you in March, or maybe you have someone who is, I hate to say, keep bringing this up, but Aries came out, but it came out in reverse. So I think Aries season is in March, if I'm not mistaken. March and, what is it, March and April? Anyways, they were like in their south node or karmic energy, let's just say that. They were not doing the right thing. Yes, confirmation, they were lying. Let's move forward. Okay, somebody might just flip out today. Be careful of people's emotions. Help will not be arriving, or do not help this person. You are going to be joining somebody in the wintertime, okay? Or you need to leave that person out in the cold. Did something happen in the wintertime? Or maybe this winter, you're going to be joining a whole new group of people. And you need to follow your intuition. It just says like you've been ignoring your gut, but it's in reverse. So you have been paying attention to your intuition. No really warnings today. No warnings. But we got the numbers 999, which is almost completion to a cycle. It's actually independent energy, and 888. So expect like your prayers to be answered. Limited possibilities. Also, something might be coming back around. Okay, so we're gonna move forward. I want to do these. Cute Ghost Tarot. What does the collective need to know for today? What do we need to know for today? Hold on. Still got a little bit of some stubborn energy. The sun's gonna clean that up probably by the end of today. So just hang in there. Oh no, we got some people not in their upright position. Great. We got a King of Cups in reverse, so water signs, maybe males if you were, or if you know of one. Maybe he was withholding love. And we have the Knight of Blades in reverse. Air sign energy, not, doesn't typically have to be. Definitely male energy, masculine energy, but withholding love, not being truthful and honest. Usually like manipulators or abusers. Lying to yourself. You don't have balance. You also will not be getting justice at this time. They will not be getting justice. They're also not listening to their intuition at this time because of an injustice. It's time to release them and separate yourself. Don't even talk to them. A lot of people are going to start ascending. And when you start ascending, the lower vibrations can't reach you anymore. So why? Because it's time for happy times and help is arriving. This is star energy as well. Aquarius energy. Someone might be getting famous out there. If you got a purpose or a calling, you're going to be famous. Definitely someone might flip out today because those just flipped on its own. So be careful of people's emotions. Yeah, 7 of Wands. They're hurting their own selves. It's like hanging on to a fight that they're suffering. So hurt people like to hurt people, right? Anything else we need to know? It's time to let go. I see letting go is the key today. Surrender and let go. Let go of the stagnant energy inside of yourself. so that the sun can give you new energy. Yeah, again, releasing yourself. A lot of people, if you've been feeling isolated, you will be released from isolation, or you are coming out of isolation because you came out of your own mental, like you were holding yourself back. So like your own mental prison in a sense. What else do we need to know to move forward today? God, angels, universe, and spirit. What do we need to know? So yeah, breaking free. It coincides with energies, with the energy yesterday, so. Again, not being truthful and honest, King of Swords. Lying to yourself. Doesn't have to be, it can be any male out there, but typically it is usually air sign energy, but like I said, it doesn't have to be. Maybe you've been lying to yourself and you know it. Doing the inner work. Many males might be going within during this time, masculine energies, or if you're a female in your masculine energy, you might be going within at this time to do the inner work. Why? Because you're going to break free. You're breaking free from your karmic soul contracts, paying out some debts, but whatever the devil is to you, you're breaking free from it. So good job. Let that go out today and let the sun just hit your face. Sometimes that, you have no idea how much that will help somebody. Anyways, we got new contracts coming in. That's why all these masculines are going to do some inner work. A lot of females have been doing that, you know, so it's the masculine's turn. I know in the last few days, I think a lot of females needed to do a lot of healing work, so it balances everything out. Anyways, males, you are about to start a new contract. You're also doing the inner work so that you can have a more healthier love life, marriage. You are definitely walking away from the past. So you're moving forward. Some people might be wanting face-to-face talks today. I got the Two of Cups. This is heartfelt conversation. But for some reason, some people might be a little hesitant to move forward, okay? Also, I feel like somebody doesn't want to move in with somebody, but let's see. Maybe somebody lost a battle. It was a fight that, maybe you had a fight with someone, but it was a fight that should have never have happened. So maybe this person was in his ego, and or her, doesn't, you know, flip the roles however way it resonates with you. But maybe they feel a loss. But this person is having a face-to-face talk. Earth energies. We got Queen of Pentacles out there. So if you're a female or earth sign energies, doesn't have to be, but if you are in your, you know, you're in your money bags, you're created a stable, secure foundation. You did not celebrate something, but you made a good choice, okay? Empresses, feminine energies coming out. Empresses, what does the Empresses need to know? Maybe some of you women out there, female energy, Queen of Pentacle energies, you know who you are. You made a choice and you chose yourself, and now you're all four queens wrapped up in one, which brings out the Empress. So good job. Yep, you know the truth. Empresses, you're cutting something out of your life. And once you do, you're going to have peace and you're going to not put work and effort. It's almost like you're rewarding yourself with just peace and just being content with whatever it is that you have and already accomplished. So enjoying your own fruits of your labor, basically. And nobody helped you, and that's why. We have the universal energies. Also, be careful of people wearing a mask at this time. A lot of people do not want to be exposed. They don't want to, they like to put on a show, right? That's what magicians usually do. Some of you might be guided to somebody who is a Queen of Cups in reverse. Could be water sign energy, doesn't have to be. It's a woman who is not loving and kind. She withholds love, basically likes to guilt trip people. Maybe some of you females out there have a woman and is being guided to her at this time. Maybe it's to teach a lesson. I have attorney energy coming in, third party energy, but it's in the upright position. Could also be earth sign energies. Earth sign energies are going to be starting a new contract, new soul contracts. Sorry. Also, job offers might be starting to open up at this time. Air sign women. I don't know what I was going to say. If you are in the Queen of Swords energy, you've been truthful and honest, you're cutting through the bull crap. It's time to let that go. Stop doing that. Let the past go. You need to stop doing that. That is air sign energy. It's like the universe is saying, we already know you know how to fight, and we already know you're truthful and honest, but put that sword down. Why? Because it's time for you to start being more lighthearted, more fun. This is the Queen of Wands. This is also fire energy, passion. The fire sign females, they're very, if they are in their upright position, they are usually Queen of Wands are usually typically younger. They carry this like fun, creative energy. Some of you air signs out there, maybe that's what you need to do. You need to let something go from the past so you can be more fun, You can't keep doing this all the time. You got to let it go. Fire sign females out there, you have a wish fulfillment coming in. You have an inner knowing, and you know that you're going to have a wish fulfillment coming in. At the bottom of the deck, I got the Wheel of Fortune. Destined and fated events are going to start taking place. That wheel is turning, and it's going to be turning in our favors. Wonderful. You might not get communication today. Communications might be delayed or stalled. If someone is being aggressive, male or female, I got the Page of Swords. That is aggressive energy. Don't talk to them. Try to stay away from them at this time. Because that star snuffed out its signal, let's just say that, some people are going to get highly aggressive because it was like an energy force that was feeding them. So now that energy force got cut off, so you're going to see a big difference in certain people. They might get really aggressive. They're going to get their karma. Remember, karma balances everything out. It's universal energy. What goes around comes around, as within, so without, as above, so below. But yeah, don't talk to people who are on edge today. Kind of stay away from them. A lot of them might be getting their karma at this time. Some people are going to be depressed. Anything else we need to know? It's time to start having fun. Somebody from the past coming back around. They haven't been communicating, or I would say I would try not to communicate with them. Maybe you need to not stay away from emails and text messages today because you need to go back. Maybe something in your childhood you need to heal. Or maybe you need to have fun with your kids. Put your phone down. Go have some fun with your kids. Or finding your own inner child. What was something from your childhood that you always wanted to do, but you never did it? And guess what? Yeah, you might be 40, 50, 60 years old, but maybe it's time to do it now. But yeah. Forgive someone for a wrongdoing, and you're going to be very, very happy. Also, forgiving yourself. You did the best that you could at the time that you knew, or with the information and everything that you knew. Something is being hidden though, or full moon energy is still in play. If you are a Nine of Pentacles energy, you are a female that's all by herself. You got your shit together, independent energy. One more pentacle and you got it all, right? You are either going to be traveling or somebody is going to be traveling to you. They got some truth that they want to speak to you, okay? This person also is protected. You are too. It's almost like this person wants to protect you. Could be earth sign energies as well. A lot of people are going to be healing from a major, major betrayal. 10 of Swords in reverse. That's healing from a major betrayal or not hitting rock bottom, recovering from rock bottom. Balance and justice will be restored. The truth, I feel like the truth has already came out, but maybe for some, the truth is going to start coming out and you are not going to be struggling when you hear this truth, okay? King of Pentacles. This is earth sign energies. Males typically, or even if you're a female, this might be, if you're in your masculine energy, you have a destined and fated event that is going to take place. You are choosing to be alone at this time, or you're not going to be working with somebody at this time. Maybe you did not move in with somebody, or you're not working with somebody for a reason. It was destined and fated for you to be, let's say, alone at this time. I think you're going to be doing some inner work. Let's see. You're going to be putting matters into your own hands. You do have a change, but it is a good change that's coming in. Maybe it's coming within you for doing inner work. I'm not getting that, though. I feel like a spark lit inside of you, and all of a sudden, yeah, you released yourself from something. Bottom of the deck. Something tangible. Maybe you need to go through your house. And you need to throw something away. Something tangible, but you definitely released yourself from something. This was a very good change. Expect the unexpected, but I feel like it's good. I don't feel like anything negative. Aries people, male energy, fire sign males. You have an offer, a job offer coming in towards you. Also, a lot of you fire sign males might be losing money or something tangible at this time. Remember, when you lose something something better might come into play. And that's what I got for you all. Let's go to the dice, because I like the dice and the dice are fun. Number 11 is significant. So November, 11 o'clock, 11 days. There's been an injustice, and that's probably why you lost some hope, but you're not being hopeful. Children are going to be moving out of somebody's house, moving away from somebody who caused an injustice. The spirit of greed is still around. Maybe be careful, because the purse, watch your purse, was around. There's someone very greedy around you that just wants you for your money. You need to be hopeful, and you need to say no. It's almost like you're going to get your crown back. Something in somebody's bloodlines has royalty. You're not educated about it, but you need to look into your, let's say, family tree, because something might be happening to you like a repeating cycle, and it started within your family tree, and once you figure it out, it's like you break that cycle. You're breaking like a generational curse. And when you do break it, wealth will be coming. The number 8 is significant. August, 8 o'clock, 8 days. Something slow has been taking place. I do get spiritual warfare is being very curious at this time. Yeah, something with religion. Maybe if you got yourself a pet, you wouldn't feel as lonely. People are going to be breaking free from feeling isolated and lonely, so that's there. Somebody's very insecure. Somebody might be just staying with somebody because they feel they don't want to be lonely. They're insecure. They're afraid to be alone. All right, you might not know what direction you want to take, or you're not making a decision on something, but you do need to break free from your mind. That's mental imprisonment. You need to relax. Let it flow, surrender, okay? We're gonna see some people take a big fall. It was an agreement, it was a contract. It's almost like a domino effect. Once one person takes a big fall, the agreement will give the other. The sun is, everything's pointing to the sun, so that's happiness. Maybe you had to fall to get rid of everything so that you would have happiness. The number 9 is significant, so almost completion to a cycle. I'm going to end that right there. Oops. And the number 3. Your 3s are significant as well. 3 days, March. Let's end this beautiful reading. Let's end this beautiful reading. What do we need to know to end this beautiful reading? Something flipped out and hit the floor. Oh, awakening. What is that? Awakening. See? Awakenings come in waves, all right? A spiritual awakening is the process of shifting your consciousness through a profound spiritual realization. It is a moment in time when you come into contact with reality. Sorry, I didn't know what I was looking at there. So be careful of distractions at this time. Okay, so when you come into contact with reality, shifting oh dear Lord, rebuke and cancel. Can we get through this one today? A spiritual awakening is the process of shifting your consciousness through a profound spiritual realization. It is a moment in time when you come into contact with reality, shifting your internal truth. You realize the truth that you are not your body, and your sense of self is shattered in that very instant. The one more wakes up, the more truth and divinity comes through. More things trigger a spiritual awakening. This card was pulled because either you or someone you know is going to go through a spiritual awakening. This is triggered through major life-changing events. So with this star being snuffed out, a lot of people might start waking up and going through a spiritual awakening. This is triggered through major life-changing events. There is no rhyme or reason or why a spiritual awakening strikes. Sometimes it can just be a random occurrence in your life that just happens. There are many stages one goes through during this time. This is the most profound thing that will ever happen to anyone, yet one of the most painful things one experiences. If you are not prepared for this, it will come as a shock. Just like the picture, it comes as a tidal wave, suddenly, and it was orchestrated between you and God alone. By understanding the different types of awakening, the symptoms of them, and the stages, you can try to be a little more prepared for the wild ride of a spiritual awakening. Nurture yourself and do not fight the healing process that occurs within it. Best of luck on your awakening journey. It will be very painful, but it will be worth it. Just ride it out. Many are counting on you. Patience and compassion are needed during this time, especially if you do know someone that is going through it. Give them time, space, and patience, okay? Because not only is it painful, but man, so much things go on. I went through mine, I want to say mine started in 2023, probably the end of 2022. And I'm still probably going through it, you know? There's different stages and levels. You awaken, you ascend, you transcend, you awaken again. It's crazy. No rhyme or reason though, but whatever it is, it's for the betterment of, the good of all involved. Let's put it that way. Anyways, enjoy this energy. I feel like it's cleansing. So maybe, I'm thinking about maybe later tonight, I might take a spiritual bath. Definitely maybe smudge your spaces or, open up the airs and let that fresh air clean out your house or car. Just get energy moving today because we've been stagnant. So if you want, I'm a Reiki healer. Just take your hands, feel your own life force energy, and just tap, tap all over your body, and then like when you get to your lower levels, like your sacral and your solar, just like take 2 fists and kind of do this. And then also pat yourself on the back in a sense, loosen up that energy. We carry the weight of sometimes we carry other people's weight and we don't even realize it. So tap it and just go through your body, tap it. And then especially back here, tap back here, because a lot of people, especially females, males included, and jealousy, bitterness, envy, all of that just gets blocked in your back, so tap it all out, shake it all around, you know what I mean? And once you do that and you loosen it up, do this again. Feel your force energy. And then take one hand out and place one hand on top of your head. Now, what I always like to do is I like to play with it. And this kind of just tells the universe I'm ready to allow, and you know, this is me receiving, and this is me allowing the universe to pour its energy to cleanse all of my chakras, right? Down to my feet into Mother Earth. So just close your eyes and take a deep breath in, and you don't even have to say anything. Just do this, and then exhale. This is a reset to your chakras. So take a deep breath in, and you don't even have to keep moving it. You can just stop, because this is your crown right up here, and you're just taking your own life force energy and you're cleansing and resetting all of that down to Mother Earth, and you're receiving the new energy when you breathe in. And then you're going to exhale, because when you breathe in, all the energy comes up, and when you exhale, it all goes down, right? And you do that as many times as you need to. And then when you're done, make sure you always thank Mother Earth, because you just resetted all your chakras. Now you're balanced, you're cleansed, your energy's cleansed and renewed and freshed. So definitely thank the universe. I thank Mother Earth for this time and space, and for resetting and clearing all of my chakras and my energy. Or, you know, however you want to say it. It's yours, make it your own. But that is something I think everybody should be doing today. Reset yourself, because with that sun coming in and blocking that nasty star out, it's time to reset, right? Out with the old, in with the new. Anyways, I hope you guys all like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, Namaste.